The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific, and this whale story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Bella, and I'm honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. Nothing like seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope this Orca encounter will give you a better understanding of this magnificent creature and all that they represent.
An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat.
와, 되게 이쁘다 근데.
As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies underwater, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey.
안녕하는 거야.
When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Always standing on my side.
Killer whales truly are a natural. And Keet here will show you some of their physical characteristics. Their eyes are located in that white patch, so that's a visual distraction. They're actually located in the black area in front, camouflage for fashion and prey. The fin on top of the whale's back is called the dorsal fin, which helps stabilize them as they swim and helps regulate their body temperature. The flippers on either side of the whale's body are called pectoral flippers, not primarily used for steering and stopping. The pectoral flippers have 5 bone adhesives inside of them, just like human hands. And the lobes on either side of the tail are called flukes and are the killer whale's engine, propelling to speeds as fast as 30 miles per hour, which can be as fast as some speedboats. The killer whales swim the fastest and use the most power when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orca pod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, Orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a form of communication. They'll use pectoral slaps to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother may use pectoral slaps to get her calf's attention. But if they really want to be heard, they breathe. Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate to get a better view of their surroundings while they hunt. Slaps are another form of communication utilized in the ocean and SeaWorld.
Together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Southern Hemisphere will capture sea lions by pulling them right off the beach. Its Arctic killer whales will actually create waves that wash over floating ice, knocking unsuspecting seals into the water. Watch as Makani shows you this wave-making technique at the front of the pool area, demonstrating one of the many complex and intriguing hunting abilities killer whales have developed all around the world. displaced until you've experienced it firsthand. Luckily, we have a couple of guests who have volunteered to feel the power of the waves made by the whales. Everyone give them a big round of applause. All right, ladies, you ready to come down? All right, you're gonna sit right here and you're gonna hold on tight, okay? All right, guys, we ready to get them wet? Are we ready to get them absolutely soaked? Alrighty, it looks like we have 10,000-pound Ulises coming over to say hello. Killer whale style. Did you guys get wet? A little bit, good job. Alright guys, give our volunteers a big round of applause. Great job, you guys. Because killer whales live in every part of the ocean, it's no surprise that they eat all types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale on the screen behind me is the largest animal on Earth. It is 5 times larger and 50 times heavier than a killer whale. So how do whales the size of Keet, Ulises, and Makani prey on a whale that size in the wild? Well, it's all because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful pair.
Everyday life for a killer whale. It's how they teach young whales how to hunt and practice those skills as they grow. You'll see whales in the wild showing their interactive and playful side. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. Porpoising is when a whale swims fast to the surface, breaking out of the water just briefly. This when catching a ride in the wake of a boat, or even when surfing in a wave. Killer whales love to be touched and will rub their bellies on rocks whenever they can. Watch as Makani does this here, just like killer whales in British Columbia. You'll also see whales in the wild imitating and learning from each other. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales here constantly copy each other's behaviors and learning from each other. Playful behavior has a purpose. A tail whip is used in hunting to stun fish, but today these whales might just be stunning all of you. Here at SeaWorld, we interact with the whales, useful when obtaining important blood samples. We can also ask the whales to slide up on a scale, just as Orkid's doing on screen to help monitor their weights.
우리 이거 안 하면 진짜 큰일 날 뻔했다, 야.
And we can even ask them for a breath sample from their bubble, all because of the trusted relationships we have built together day after day right here at SeaWorld. Now we would like to introduce you all to a very special member of our pod. Everyone give a big round of applause to 46-year-old Ulises! Ulises is one of the oldest male killer whales here in our pod. He loves spending time with his animal care specialist, and he loves large ice cubes. Killer whales like Ulises have inspired thousands of guests such as yourself to help conserve our oceans. Here at SeaWorld, we challenge the whales every day to learn new things to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play help keep the whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.